This is the Need to Ride. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today we're going to be exploring South Central Florida. And part of that exploration, we're going to stop by Billy's Swamp Safari. From there, we're going to go to someplace I think is very, very special, something unique for Florida, and I don't think many people would even know we have. And it's located in the Seminole Reservation or tribal area down in the Clewiston Township. So without further ado, let's get on that bike. Let's take that ride. Let's do some exploring together. Going to be heading east on the back roads in Southwest Florida. We're going to go up to Clewiston. Let's see if we can find the old Billy's Swamps tourist attraction. It's closed now. It's closed after COVID, but at least you'll get to see some of the back roads of Southwest Florida or South Florida. Because as we get to Clewiston, we start getting towards the center of Florida. Where, believe it or not, Florida, they put my visor down. Believe it or not, Florida is a big cattle country, cattle state. We have what we call calf to cow here, where we breed the cows or calves, get them to a certain level of maturity, then they sell them to other cattle ranchers, in other states. It used to be, I don't know if it's still true, Florida used to have the most cattle in the lower 50, or certainly in the United States. May or may not still be true because of all the development that's been going on down here. But it's still a big state for cattle, and you'll see it. I'll go by some of the cattle ranches on the way, I'm sure. This guy up front of me doesn't know where he's going. He's looking for that street. There it is. I think he found it. There you go. Let's get to the right to go left. Yeah, that's how we do that. Because we're driving a go-kart, and we're in a go-kart race. Gotta apex that turn. Amazing how people drive. They're not even aware they do it. We're traveling due east now, going out towards the center of Florida. You can tell these roads, they start to lose a lot of the traffic that you get on the coastlines. Further you get into the central part of Florida. This intersection, you make a right, and it goes over to the town of Ave Maria. There's a church there, big church, a school, especially a law school. Well, they built that about, at least the town, about 15 years ago. They're still doing some building. A beautiful community. I'll have to do an episode on that, bring you all through that. I remember this being a tight little turn up here. Oh, I remember this turn. Some of the newer riders have trouble with that.
So the group once coming out here and the new rider, pretty neat rider. And that was scary for them. I get it. It is scary when you're new. Doesn't it look like anything on the GoPro? I'm sure, but it's got that dip, and you got to come up, and you got to stop. As the car comes, you got to stop, and you got that dip. A little rough. For an experienced rider, it's like, no big deal. But for someone who's not, it's pretty daunting. Billy Swamp Safaris, that's where it is. It's over there. Alright, I passed it. Alright, we're gonna turn around here. Even though it's closed, just want to see what it looks like. I haven't been there in a decade. Yeah, it closed after COVID. "2 miles," an old sign said. I know you couldn't read it. I was really sun-faded, weather beaten. We're at the end here. This is all dirt road now. Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna turn around. I think we're not gonna find this place. Now, if I had an adventure bike, I would keep going, but I don't know how this road turns into, and I don't want to find out on an RT. That's for sure. Let's go see what the cafe looks like. I guess we're not gonna find Billy Swamps, huh? The old Billy Swamps. Turn here. Let's see. This looks a little desolate. Looks a little desolate to me. this say? This used to be the Billy Swamp Safari. This is where it was. Now it's a cafe. Yeah, this was a victim to COVID. When COVID hit, I guess they ran out of business. This is what I was reading. That the business failed. But this used to be quite the draw. They had a zoo back here, basically. And rides and all kinds of stuff. Well, this is the old Billy Swamp. Yeah, see, they had a petting zoo back here. A whole bunch of stuff going on. They don't have it anymore. Wow. Kind of sucks, huh? Let's see what we can do here. Right behind me, this is the old Billy Swamp attraction that used to be here. It was a victim of COVID. It used to get pretty crowded. I was here a couple of times back in the day. I've been probably, geez, it's got to be 12 years ago, last time I was here. I really wanted to show you guys this today, but when I looked it up, I saw that it was closed and I did some reading on it. It's owned by the Seminoles, and there was supposed to be a restaurant down here or a cantina, but I don't see that either. But with that said, I just thought we'd take the ride. It was a beautiful ride today. We're in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, I think we'll get back on the bike, start heading back home. It's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna find a place to get a little food, I think, because I am a little hungry. I don't know if you can see this behind me, but as I'm going back home, I came by this, I think it's called the Junior Seminole Rodeo Arena. So take a peek, take a look at it, but when you think rodeos are in, Arizona and Texas and places like that, we have our rodeos down here in Florida too. We've got it going on, right? So let's just take a little walk and see if we can look around, see how, maybe we'll get in trouble, maybe we won't. They might yell at me. Obviously they're closed today, but they have big events down here in the middle of Big Cypress. So let's take a look. This is a pretty big arena. You can see stockades where they keep the animals. The arena looks pretty big. I don't know if I'm allowed to walk up in here, but
Take a peek. Go as far as they'll allow me. But wow, look at that, right? I hear a big owl. Well, this is the real deal here, right? Home of Josh Jumper. Seminole tribe of Florida. In God we trust. Very cool. This is where they let them out, right? You stage them and come out through the gates. This is very cool. You would think that Florida is all about fishing and being on the beach. Here we got a real honest-to-goodness rodeo right here in tribal lands. Very, very neat. This is a cool place. Very cool. Big facility. Very neat. Very, very neat. Very, very neat. Yeah, you gotta dig this.